On Sunday, Iran's Fars news agency put out a flat denial. No deal exists with Washington to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, and it stays shut as long as US military pressure continues. Within 48 hours, Reuters and Al Jazeera were reporting almost the opposite, that the US, Iran, and Oman were edging toward an interim arrangement on that same waterway. Both reports came from credible sources. Both can't be entirely true at once. That contradiction matters because roughly a fifth of the world's oil moves through that strait, and for 5 months it's been anything but open. This isn't a new flashpoint. It's the unfinished business of a war that started February 28th, when a joint US-Israeli campaign killed Iran's supreme leader, and Iran answered by mining and shelling the passage itself. So which is it? Is Iran finally folding under pressure, or is Washington the one running out of options? To answer that, we need 3 things. What actually broke down after the last ceasefire, why Oman, not Iran, is doing the talking now, and what that says about who's really losing patience. Start with the ceasefire. Iran and the US reached a fragile truce in April, brokered through Islamabad, meant to reopen the strait in exchange for a pause in strikes. A senior military advisor to Iran's supreme leader warned this week that Tehran will not stand idly by while the US continues its naval blockade of Iranian exports and vessels, hardly the language of a government about to sign away its leverage. But Iranian officials have simultaneously insisted their negotiations are with Oman, not Washington, even as the 3 sides reportedly near an interim agreement to restore shipping. If Iran is negotiating away the blockade, why deny talking to the one country actually enforcing it? On paper, Oman is just a neutral host, but the CFR's own analysis notes something sharper. The June memorandum didn't just ask Iran to reopen the strait, it asked Tehran to help define the future administration and maritime services of Hormuz alongside Oman. Iran signed that clause and has since treated it as a mandate, not a courtesy. That's the mechanism. Iran isn't just blocking traffic, it's using the blockade as leverage to write itself a permanent seat at the table governing the strait, even after a deal reopens it. Tehran has already invoked that language to claim an ongoing regulatory role, and it has enforced the claim by striking vessels that transit without following Iranian protocols. So the Hormuz Gambit isn't a war tactic, it's a bid for standing rules. Initial conclusion: Iran is negotiating from strength. But there's a problem. More than 5 months of intermittent US bombing haven't brought Iran any closer to surrender, yet the same accounts describe depleted American weapons stocks, slumping approval numbers ahead of the midterms, and a global economy straining under a closed strait, all putting real pressure on Washington to end this. If Iran holds the stronger hand, why is the pressure landing on the US side too? Test that against the record. Islamabad, April, 21 hours, 3 rounds, no deal, only Hormuz and the nuclear file left unresolved. By July, after Iran struck more ships and Trump answered with strikes on Iranian soil, Trump himself called the follow-up MOU over, and Iran's deputy foreign minister formally suspended Tehran's commitments, blaming an alleged American breach. Neither side broke first. Both walked. So refine it. This isn't Iran winning or the US losing. It's 2 sides who can each block resolution, but neither can force one, both bleeding domestically while insisting in public that the other must move first. That's the deeper reveal. An unresolved question about the Red Sea makes it bigger still. If the Houthi threat to shut that corridor too ever materializes, the world doesn't lose one choke point, it loses both.